Hello, it's your friendly neighborhood villain, Becker Wozette, playing Lord of the Rings server. I'm walking down someone else's corridor. Not only that, it's a branch mine, and it's one in the style of Chazrad. Now, you might say, what are you doing in Chazrad's area, or whoever is doing this? It could be somebody else. Let me explain. I am actually in my area. Look at this. Look how close I am to Orthanc. It's like there's all this space. There's all this space. There's all this space. There's this space. There's there. There's there. There's there. There's all that for people to go to. And yet somebody else is digging right here. And my mine is right there. Somebody is encroaching on my territory and must die for his or her, but I don't know if there's any females, insolence. Now, what do you mean you don't know if there's any? Well, actually, I do know, but I'm role-playing. I don't know who could possibly, man, woman, beast, orc, elf, dwarf, hobbit. Doubtful it's hobbit. Well, it comes to an end here. So, is this the end? We will today attempt to find the origin site from whence, which isn't the right way to say it. Whence came? Ooh, that looks like somebody pillared up. Why did somebody pillar up there? I don't know. We will find out whose place that is. That looks like I did not do that. But I don't know what that means. Did I put that there? Gold! Who would leave gold? I've been digging. I've been digging a lot. I even found... Well, the only thing I could call it is like an orc spawner, except it's not an... Lava from above. Must remember to be careful. You'll be dead. Oh, look at that! Oh, no, wait. No, that's just for after a... There's a battle, and it does that after a battle. Guys... No, they weren't here. Well, I was saying if they were here... I was originally saying if they were here, they would have taken the iron ore. But I've seen tunnels that were obviously humanoid made, and definitely, no iron was taken. Hi, guys. I did some quests for Gundabad. Oh, this is huge. Look at that. Big old ravine. I don't see any sign of anybody. I mean, who might have dug this? I've been digging. I've been looking. That is artificial. So somebody was here. I dislike that somebody decided to set up so near to my base. So near and dear to my heart. Or whatever. And I dislike that so much that I'm going to put them to death. The only problem is, A, I don't know who it was. B, I'm still in ironing mode. Yes, I'm calling this ironing. He has a mind made of metal. Where was I? Wait. I'll remember. That's not it. Yeah, it was over here. Okay, I remember now. This was how I was trapped here. I came in from... There it is. So it doesn't go very far that way. Which means... But I know somebody dug right to my location and right before my tunnels and then started digging their own tunnels. What good is that? I stink? Well, I've been down here for ages. Getting stuff. I did not mine that. See, how do I know it's not mine? Is Chazred had mentioned on the forums, you've got to do this kind of poking around. Well, I don't remember what he said, poking or... With these little... And you dig in there, and if you don't see anything, you move on. I'm like, well, that's nice. But it looks just so awful. These are ugly holes in there. You dig the whole thing. I mean, not hole in that sense, but, you dig it. Anyway, I am going to find out who dug this. I know Chazrad said this, but he was suggesting this to a number of others, and so I'm considering the option or possibility that he is not doing this. He is not being very efficient about it. He's just poking holes through everything. I dislike these holes. Alright, this... He placed that, but yeah, I know he was up here. It doesn't mean he had... I do not know who's doing this, but that person must pay for the insolence. But I do not see who it was. Let's keep investigating. That was... I don't know how that was dug out and then he came back up, because... Oh, he would have come up from there. Well, if he sealed it up from this end, then that's probably not it. Put this back on so I can see what I'm doing, just in case I run across something that he left behind. Speaking of which, let me show you what we've got. Okay, almost 1.5 stacks of ore, half a stack of copper ore, half a stack of silver ore, more than half of tin ore. I found that orc thing. There was a chest in the... It was the equivalent of an orc spawner, but I don't know if there was any spawning. But it's just like one of those spawners you've got with zombies and skeletons and stuff. And I get a couple of quests while down here. Oh, and I couldn't use the railway to get here. Tin. Somebody's going to say, but you don't need tin. I'm like, yeah, I do. I decide what I need. As this is my tunnel, or it should have been my tunnel, I will take whatever is in it, as it belongs to me. More stuff. As I was saying, I got here. I was going to get some gold, and I was going to get some mithril, but I also ended up thinking, oh, I should get some obsidian while I'm here, because I need an obsidian block or two for a couple of things I have in mind. And guess what happened? I suddenly realized I need like a mithril tool. That's why I'm going after the mithril. It's not that I need mithril armor. I probably wouldn't get one. Wouldn't get a set unless I had a lot of mithril, like a couple of stacks. Oh, gold. And by the way, for all of you people who want me to switch my texture pack, I like this texture pack. If you can provide something that's better than this texture pack, do so. But it's gotta be better. And by better, I mean, somewhat, lots of connected textures, lots of random textures, lots of other things. It's gotta have lots of detail. It's gotta be at least 32. I'd like it to be dark and maybe a little gritty. And have I got any... I have some gravel. I'm going to use some gravel. Oh, I only need one. There we go. And that is how it's done. Oop, wait. Wait, I think I'm lost. Wait a minute. I know there's a way out of here. Down here. Okay, found it. Keep going. Whom do I serve? Well, it's not the guy who was digging through here earlier. Whoever that should be. Look at that. Ugly holes. Next, they'll probably say they've been smoking pipeweed when they were doing this. It's one thing to do it in an efficient manner, if you can be consistent, but look at that. There's all kinds of efficiency problems. I will find out who did this. And he, presumably, or she... Oh, this is where I came in. That's why I left that there. But it behooves me to look everywhere. What's this? Nothing. It behooves me to keep looking. This was also my pathway. Yes, I had two pathways up here. I will show you. Oh. Caves, please. This is also my pathway. And so I'm very disappointed in whoever's doing this. because they are taking from me. I will look some more. I believe I've missed... Maybe it was over here, because he's digging here. But then he stops digging. And then I got tin ore to get. I don't know. This is most perplexing. Whoa, that is silver. That is tin. We'll keep looking. We'll let you know the results. Now that's just a place that I've probably already looked through. Except there's gold up there. I mean iron up there. Well, it looks more goldish than regular pinkish iron texture. So I'm kind of calling it gold when it isn't. Let's see how many people get this joke. Ha ha ha! This is Saltpeter, the jig is up! Nobody's gonna get that one. That's today's challenge of the day, to try and get the joke, where the guy goes, this is Saltpeter, the jig is up. No, you won't get it. It's not gettable. It's not even forgettable. Okay, where am I? I'm gonna find that guy. And his digging techniques. And when I do, I will teach him that I do not care for his digging techniques in my territory. Let him dig in his own territory. Man, this stuff's everywhere. Not much mithril, though. In fact, I haven't found any mithril today. And this is where we are. Well, we are a bit higher up than the mithril probably is, but that's not the point. That's not really the point. It is the point. Or it is a point. Alright, no, nobody was there. I gotta remember more often to switch to the torch. Could they have come from up there? Would they have left? Just lying around stuff like this? They would have not lit it up? Well, they don't light up torches. Of course they light up torches. I've never seen an unlit torch in my life. What was I saying? Oh, they've never lit up caves like in regular Minecraft. And there's a reason for that, of course, because if you're in a safe area, then you don't have to worry about that. But this is very disturbing. What's especially disturbing about this is eventually I'm going to have to stop this and I'm going to have to go back. And I do not know who pranked me. Would anyone just go through my area and then not take ore? Unless they don't need ore, or they got enough ore, or they could get ore elsewhere. I don't even need this. I've got so many glowstone bricks that it's not even... I don't need these. I really don't. I don't even know where I am at this point. I'm at a dead end. Now, I can't even tell if a dead end is cleared out. I mean, what if there was mithril in these corridors and somebody got all of it? That's all that the guy was going after, perhaps. Or something. Oh, crap. Don't do that to me. Hey, you guys. Hey, what do you need? Oh, bronze chest plate. I'd have to go back to get more. Or you know what? I'm gonna get it for you. No sense in wasting my time. Just have to do it next time. That's all. He had a question mark. Sir, what's your question mark? Or exclamation mark? Iron daggers! Oh, I don't know how to actually make a dagger, but I figure it can't be that difficult, can it? Another guy over there. Boy, everybody's got quests. Slay! Iron chest plate. I could do that too. Although I don't want to use that much iron up. That's 3 guys. 3 guys. Let's all have a selfie together. No? Oh, alright, well. Ta-da! And so we'll be right back after I've done these really stupid quests. I gotta know who this bozo was who standing here in the middle of my rails. Not acceptable. And you are the same thing. He's stuck. How did you get stuck? You know, you Urukais, I don't mind you at all in the least bit, but you could at least get out. Out, I say! Or else I have to do this. Alright. I'm down to the cracked stone bricks. No! More of them have come in! What have you done? This is a snag in my plan. You know what? I just forget this. Just completely forget this. Forget it entirely. So I can't get in there accidentally. This is a failure of a railway. If there's going to be orcs in the way, and I'm gonna have to kill them to get them out of the way. And somewhere, I don't know where. Somewhere lies my... Well, there is one thing I could do, is I could just block everything up. Everything up where the guy could find himself in here somehow. But somewhere is my cart. In fact, I better get ready for my cart in case he shows up. It shows up. I'm becoming European. I'm putting gender into inanimate objects. We'll be back. We're back, and we're going to show you what we've got after quests have been completed. I've kept everything in one bag. Oop, there's not the bag. Wait, wrong button. There. Alright. 3.5 stacks of coal. Over a stack of silver ore. 1.5 stacks of tin ore. Almost a stack of copper, and I needed more tin ore than copper as well. After the quests, there was some silver. 180 plus 36, that's 216 coins. Half a stack almost of gold. No, 2 2.25 stacks of iron. I think that's pretty good. Now I'm going to show you something. No, I'm not going to put that stuff away on camera. Now you will wonder where all those came from. All of these are here because I've taken them from the castle. I've left the castle. I've now taken all of the bushes from the old castle, and yet it isn't all of it, obviously. I will need to keep getting more. In particular, blackberry, elderberry, and down there, wildberry? Whatever. Or the wild throne berries. Whatever. Growing the pipeweed. Pipeweed is doing well. Soon I'll be able to sell it to the location, which has been silver blocked off, so I don't have to worry about that. Yes, I've moved the real duplicator down here. And yes, it works. And interestingly, I have this new idea of I could put the chests over here without any problem. That was a surprise, but it works. I also could have put a chest down here, of course, but I didn't bother. Does this look familiar? Oh, you know what? That's why I was going to get cobble. I remember now. I need cobble for the back of this so that I don't accidentally break these. And I should have remembered that. Otherwise, you gotta wait. Yeah. And you can see it's not doing a very good job there. And you know why that is? It's because I think the block underneath that block there should be a stair block and not a full block. And if that's the case, it causes problems because we don't have that set up right now. So, yeah. What else have I done? I've only got the 2 machines. I've only ever had the 2 machines. I had these in Mental Block Season 1. Way back in 2013. I haven't put up any other machines. There'll be more, of course. I just don't have one handy. Of course, what's going to happen is that people will come by and say, oh, can I use your cobble generator? And I'm like, sure. And then they can't mine the blocks. I don't know how we're going to fix that. I don't think we really can. Well, about the miscreant, there is right now nothing I can do about the miscreant. This stuff is getting really tall. Oh no, it's gotten too tall. I can't see anything. There's vines everywhere. Oh, never mind. Anyway, what can I do about these people? Nothing, that's what. If somebody has done that kind of crazy branch mining, that someone must pay. If I ever find out who did it, and that person shall indeed be made to suffer. But you got away this time, and I hope you're happy. But I'm keeping an eye out on you. I've also blocked the whole thing off, so I don't see how they could be getting in there, but that's beside the point. I looked and looked and looked, and I didn't find a thing. So, we'll see you next time, and remember kids, you too can still, for the moment, join the server, although Chazrad no longer has his video up. You'll have to contact Chazrad, and beyond that, I don't know. Well, bye-bye. Postscript, I found my Uruk leggings in this hopper. Who puts Uruk leggings in a hopper? Well, I'll tell you. Chazrad was back, and he can't place anything in a chest on the bottom 2 layers. So he could have just put one up here, but instead he chose to put it up there. Either that or somehow it got up there. Anyways, I got my Uruk leggings back. I can get rid of the bad ones.